Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time for some more Powerwash Simulator 2 with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome. Yes, we are finishing up the Star Wars DLC by cleaning quite possibly the most iconic ship from the series, the Millennium Falcon. It is now post Return of the Jedi. Well, kind of post Return of the Jedi. Lando just blew up the second Death Star, and now we need to clean the ship before Han sees that it's not quite in ideal condition anymore. And then once we're done with that, we have the Caldera Chronicles, which will take us to a bowling alley, I do believe. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the game, shall we? So yes, here we have the big bastard of a ship that is exceedingly dirty. Like, oh my god. This thing is horribly filthy. Like, flying through, I don't know how it got so filthy. I mean, granted, Han isn't exactly like Mr. Clean, so I suppose it would make sense that it would just naturally be dirty. Subspace transceiver decode. Hey, Lando, caught your light show. That was 1 in a million. Where are you? More importantly, where's my Falcon? Relax, Han, old buddy. Everything's in order. Or at least on its way to being in order. I kind of feel like this is kind of like, almost like, you know, the donkey and the Shrek type of thing, where it's like, hey, it's gonna be so clean, it's gonna be abnormally clean. He's gonna be like, okay, so you cleaned it, what's wrong with it? What did you do? What is that humming sound? Oh my god, that was loud and annoying. Aha! Yes, the hidden blaster that's... She's got it where it counts, kid. Maybe we should go down to the yellow, because this thing is just, it is supremely filthy. That is one of those things that it's like, it always looks like the Falcon always looks like it's small when it's, compared to, say a Star Destroyer or something like that. But in reality, it's a big ass ship. Okay. What if we'd say... let's soap it up. Man. Soap is taking takes a lot to cover. Jeez. I mean, we do carry a lot of soap though, so that's good. Should be able to clean it off with any nozzle now because it's all soapy. I think there's I think there's 6 total, and this is the last one. At least I think that's right. All right, let's go back to the soapy goodness. I think basically there's 2 for each of the original movies. Alright, this isn't going too bad. We were still using the yellow, so... which is necessary if you're not using any soap. Which with all these fiddly little bits and stuff like that, I'm not entirely sure soap would be a good call for this. All right. Oh wait, we might need to come around to this side. Oh man. You look at this and it's just like, yep, there's just so much more to do. I'm kind of wondering what what kind of a story the bowling alley's gonna have. Man, the soap is so white that it almost looks like there's nothing to it. Almost looks like it's just all done, all clean. It's like, no, it's very far from it. God, they did a lot of work on the details for this, which is what's going to take forever, because it's like all of these little like hidden bits and bobs and stuff like that. That's just like, oh, hey, yeah, you cleaned most of it, but there's still like a little crevice here, a little crevice there. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too, is it's like, yeah, so much of this is like oil and grease and stuff like that. And I mean, it is an old ship, so... And basically it's a freighter, so it's not exactly going to be, you know, it's not used to being clean. That, and I'm pretty sure there's a fair amount of rust on it, too. I mean, for having just, like, flown through space, and, I mean, admittedly, it was flying through a partially, you know, a still being built battle station, basically. So, I mean, maybe they get a little, you know, they should be given a little bit of credit as far as, you know, it's messy because it was just flying, you know, but even then it's like getting in every nook and cranny, that seems unlikely. I mean, this area is not too bad. We don't absolutely need like a really strong nozzle or anything to clean the main hull plating. Which is good, because there shouldn't be like any grease or grime or anything like that. Not on the stuff that's basically there to make sure that, you know, blaster fire doesn't like send you out into the void of space. See, I think we're gonna have to get up into that section there a bit too. All right, let's get some soap. Yeah, there's definitely some grease on this sucker. It's not just outright oil. This ship has not been taken care of very well. Yeah, it's I'm not sure if it's the soap or if it's the lighting, because all the lighting here is very, very blue. You promised me not a scratch, remember? There's not a scratch. I mean, I wouldn't say that having a radar dish knocked off. I'm just getting P0 to run the jet over before we fly down. Yeah. You're getting her cleaned? Okay, now I'm worried. Exactly. See, it's like Han's like, wait, you're cleaning my ship? What the hell happened? I mean, to be fair, it is a little awkward that it had a radar dish just sticking right out of it. Now, that's probably what this ship needs, is just to be sandblasted. Or just, like, you know, outright decommissioned, maybe. Let's try getting a bit narrower of a nozzle on this. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to get up in there. Get to the little bits that we can here. So once we get up there, we're not going to be able to get to this underside here. All right, there we go. Now she's looking better. Still not looking great, but definitely looks a whole lot better. All right, let's grab that soap again. It is very soothing and satisfying, though, just to see something like that filthy just slowly getting cleaned. The Falcon is the last one for the Star Wars pack, and then the free update they have for the Caldera Chronicles is the bowling alley. Yeah, the bowling alley is actually the freebie. So every time they update it, every time they have a DLC, they also release a free little pack. Or I guess it's just really a free bonus level. Why does a boarding ramp need all this stuff on it? I mean, shouldn't a boarding ramp basically just be a solid piece of metal with some hinges? Maybe a couple rods attached to it, but like, it does not need to be all textured and stuff like this. This is where the sci-fi stuff goes a little overboard. It's like it does not need all these greebles and stuff like that on it. It's literally just a ramp. All right. almost need a flashlight in this on this. Possibly. Kind of like the X-Wing did, yeah. Oh, well, that's not a good thing. That's just a big old gash in the frickin' ship. I don't think you're gonna be happy to see that. That is some caked on gunk there. I'm not even sure what the hell that is. Nothing that we can clean off, that's for sure. Wait, shouldn't there be like a quad laser down here? I'm pretty sure there's a quad laser top and bottom. Bondo. You know, there's stranger things. I mean, Han is kind of like, you know, a space redneck, kind of like the almost kind of a space car, a space, you know, homebody car guy type thing. See, I don't know if I would necessarily call him a space cowboy. Just because I don't think anybody has ever called him Maurice. Pretty sure the rest of that is gonna need to be like, it might just be right here. What the heck is going on with those lights that is humming that loud? Those are some loud ass lights. Okay, so we've got that one. Yeah, I think that one we're gonna need to get up. right, there's that stabilizer. That stabilizer's done. Underside fuel drive. At least this isn't just like some mechanism. Well, it did get bounced around in the second Death Star, so... There we go. Alright. Let's take care of the stabilizer. I will say I did appreciate the when we were doing the X-Wing, how like when we finished a specific thing that they checked it off on their maintenance and stuff. That was kind of a nice little touch. So like when you finished with the port side engines, they're like, okay, that's good to go. Man, I was not expecting this one to take so long. What have you done to my ship? Nothing that can't be buffed out. Han, calm down. Just got a little bit cooked on the way out. I'll be down there real soon. Oh, and don't start the party without me. You'll be lucky if they don't cook you. Without the person who saved the galaxy, no chance. How about the person who's cleaned the whole damn galaxy? Do I get to come down for some party time as well? Of course, in the main game, they went ahead and had the parade and everything like that without us as well. Like, we're off cleaning this ancient temple and the gem cave / temple, and they're just like, and our buddy's like, oh hey, you should see this. It's beautiful. All of these floats are amazing. It's like, yeah, I know. I cleaned them all. You guys are just going ahead with the party anyway, even though it's like, the world could be ending for all you know, and you guys are just like, nope, we're going to go ahead with our parade anyway. All right. The cleaners just never get invited to anything. There we go. Wait, there's a rear escape pod? I knew there was a front one. I'm not sure if that was just in the new stuff or if that's like the old school as well. Because I think in the old school idea was those forks at the front of the ship were supposed to like be able to hook up to cargo containers. Okay, there's the quad laser. It's like how clean do I need to get you for you to recognize that you have been cleaned? Maybe we should go ahead and add in an extension just so that we're hitting a bit further away. I do appreciate the fact that they do have, like, you know, ships flying by and like stuff actually moving and happening and everything. Say, seriously, do you guys have like 1,000-watt fluorescent bulbs in there or something? Like, no light should be humming that loud. Even standing right next to it. All right, I think we have just about gotten the bottom done now. At least when we get up to the top, we can like use it'll be easier to use the hard surface cleaner. This is a fuel tank? That seems a little exposed. especially when you put like a fucking massive turret right next to it. That seems like a bad idea to me. Okay, obviously, you know what? No, we're just gonna we're soaping up the turbo lasers, the the quad lasers, whatever they're called. Yeah, quad lasers. Because there's 4 of them. George Lucas is very imaginative. It's not just soap, it's a degreaser. All right. So, yeah, looks like we've got... Oh. Casing mount was still a little dirty. All right. This is not how you generally clean electronics and stuff. There we go. All right. right, fine. We'll take the tri-tip. We'll pull out the, if you don't want to come clean, I'm done asking. It's this or I set you on fire. All right. Oh, wait. Nope. I just saw the other section. I knew there was something else that we needed to clean up here. All right, now we can say pick you up, swing you around back here. All right. I will say one thing, though. That is one of the things that has always been unique about the Millennium Falcon, is it's not symmetrical. At least it's not supposed to be symmetrical. I kind of goofed up on that one and had it backwards, but... All right. Yes, let's get in as close as we can and see if we can't get up onto there. Oh, never mind. That was it. Oh, yeah, we can. All right, cool. I wasn't sure if we would even be able to get into this section, but all right, yeah. If we can get up in here. To make sure that these are well cleaned on the underside. See, that's why they pay us the big bucks or the big credits. Even though we're a droid, we make sure to get in everywhere. Of course, we'll still need to clean the tops, but... Of course, we can't stand up. We are stuck in a permanent crouch right now. Don't think we're quite gonna make it. Oh, no, we did. All right. Sometimes I even surprise myself. All right, but now see we could do... Okay, maybe not. All right. And I think we should probably just go ahead and pick this sucker up and move it around. All right. That'll be good, I think. Yeah, all right. We can get to the good portion of the panel there. Don't make me break out the come clean or burn option here, buddy. I will do it. Might have to hit it from the ground here, yeah. Underside of these while I'm thinking about it. All right. Okay, at least the top should not be that bad, because we're already over 50% of the way. All right, you know what? Nope, we're getting the tri-tip. We are getting the you will fucking come clean, you son of a bitch. All right. Now let's get up there. Get up in there. Yeah, there we go. Warp vortex. Now that's not right. It doesn't use warp. It goes into hyperspace. There's a difference. I mean, not much of one, but there is a difference. All right. So many fiddly little bits. Like, I would not start up any of the electronics on this thing for a good day or two. With the amount of water that I am pumping into this stuff, it's not going to be safe. Why did you snap that much? Okay, So we're gonna need to get in real tight on that one. Like, yeah, we're gonna need to get real deep into there. Okay. But we should be able to use this one to get to this side. Okay, you come here. All right, there we go. Can't wait to get back to the Falcon. These furry critters are a bit too friendly. These what? Furry little critters? Ewoks. Long story. Just get yourself down here, bud. I can fill you in. Chewie wants to hear all about your run, too. There we go. Now we can start really running through some of this. Got to make sure not to fall off. down here. Start scrubbing. Okay, I am questioning the green goo. What is the where the hell would green goo come from? Like, that looks like moss, which you don't normally get in space. Alien blood. Well, you know, that's possible. All right. Some things that this little doodad is just better for. I mean, it is looking wetter. It is looking pretty wet, which is a little disturbing. I won't lie. It is a little disturbing. couldn't just give us a flat top to the ship, could you? I knew this was probably going to be a big job because of, it's the last one in the pack, but geez. Of course, again, you never really realize exactly how big of a ship it is in any of the movies or anything. It's like, it always looks kind of small. And they don't really show you any of the the numerous hallways or the cargo bays or anything like that take up a lot of the ship. This side, maybe. Oh, I see where you're. I see where you're still dirty. All right, now this would be a good spot for our hard surface cleaner. Even with all the pipes and stuff. Got another maintenance hatch. You know, I'm pretty sure maintenance hatches aren't supposed to be left open. Or maintenance bays. Like, that's for you to do maintenance and then close up so that, like, dirt and shit doesn't get in there. Not supposed to be permanently left open. Yeah, I think they tried to make this way too symmetrical for what it's supposed to be. Like it is that was one of the things with the Millennium Falcon. It's like it's not supposed to be symmetrical. And that was on purpose because yeah, George Lucas was like we you know, you always have the flying saucers and stuff like that where it's all symmetrical. And he wanted to stay away from that with this. So having boarding, you know, so you don't, you know, it's not supposed to have two boarding ramps. It's only supposed to have the one. that's why the cockpit is off to the side, is so that to break up the monotony and the, oh hey, it's all just you model one image and the one side of it, then basically like do a mirror on the other side. It's like, nah, let's not do that. I think that's one of the reasons why it's so iconic, is because of that lack of symmetry. Where it's like I said, everything else was flying saucers, and it's, it has to be symmetrical and smooth looking, and then along comes the Millennium Falcon. It's like, nah, fuck that. We're doing our own thing here. You just piled high with all kinds of crap. What even are you? Oh, you're the fuel drive. Okay. I'm like, what the hell is this thing? Why are there so many capacitors and tubes? And I would say PVC pipe, but I don't think PVC pipe was around when they were making this type of stuff. Pretty sure that like extends way up. I will say this game does make it real easy to sleep once I'm done. It's like it is so calming, and it allows you to focus, on something, but it's not like, oh hey, it's not boring. It's just calming. Which is what our late night streams are supposed to be all about. Hey, Lando, can you bring P0 along when you fly down here? Sure. Good. I think 3PO needs some relief. These fuzzballs are pretty intense. Wait, are you gonna leave me there as their new god or something? Tell P0 that they'll be treated as, treated as a god. So they're gonna give us to the Ewoks as their new god. So that they'll let C-3PO leave. I mean, I would say that's a pretty good reward. We do get to go down to the party and we get to become a god? I'll take it. I mean, I hope they leave a charging station and power for the charging station. Otherwise, my tenure might be kind of brief, but... Alright, there's the rear hull done. Yeah, you got rust in your maintenance bays, guys. Come on. That's really bad. But who knows how much maintenance they're going to need to do after, I short out some of their systems with all this water. But happily, that is not my problem. Ready. I'm so ready to start my new job as a god for a bunch of Ewoks. Oh, shit. I was supposed to try and avoid doing that. You know, the more of those dark things those dark spots that I'm seeing, I think that is just, like, some kind of, like, redneck putty, space redneck putty or something. Like, very much like Space Bondo. That is about the only thing that really makes sense from as far as where it is and how plentiful it is. Man, you took a lot of shots right here. That is one of the things that always kind of annoyed me with with Return of the Jedi is, you know, the Millennium Falcon has these turrets on top and bottom. Why wasn't anybody in the ship manning them? Like, why did they just have the pilot and co-pilot and that's it? It's like the ship is armed with turrets. You should have at least 4 people. Pilot, co-pilot, and 2 gunners. Sure would have made the approach and everything a whole lot easier, because it's like, hey, all right, we've got TIE fighters coming behind us. That's fine. Turn the turrets on them and open fire. There we go, finally. Like some kind of sensor box or something. Something like that, at least. You have some serious carbon scoring on this section. Swamped with mud. right. Go ahead and do this upper section before we like dive into the. I don't even know what to call that. I don't know what section of the ship that would even be. Like the cargo container section. Like I think that's originally where the it was supposed to like potentially hook up with massive cargo containers so that it could increase the hauling capabilities. I think in Solo they changed that so that was it was actually like an escape where the escape pod is supposed to be. We are getting close enough that it's at least like starting to tell us, hey, you have some unfinished areas here. Yep, it's just a steaming part of the ship. Let's cover it in soap. That makes perfect sense. So yeah, looks like we're going to be getting to the bowling alley tomorrow. All right, we have this pipe over here. All right, so let's see here. Oh, wow, we've got a lot of... Okay, so we've got that whole section in there. Wouldn't have figured we would have had as many things at 98%. Not falling off. Nope. Well, we can try not falling off, but doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna work. So, right, we've got that. All right, so we do have 2 cockpit windows. Underside port plating. All right. Starboard rear landing gear wiring. All right. And I think, right, 2 cockpit windows. All right, now we just have this stuff right in here. Yeah. Again, how did this even get dirty in this fight? Or has it been so long since this area was even used that, like, yeah, it's just... It has collected all kinds of crud for fucking ever. All right. Let's try getting this in, like... No. There. All right. Let's see if we can't clean it from out here. There we go. All right. You just see this little speck of a guy. P0 to W2, I'd like to thank you in both my official capacity as senior member of the Rebel Alliance and as a friend for escaping from the Imperial clutches to help our fight against the Empire. I understand that you wish to stay here on Endor, where you've proved very popular with the natives. I can see they've got a great judge of character. May the Force be with you. So yes, tomorrow we will be heading over to here, where I'm going to be taking a couple pictures after, to deal with the bowling alley. Wow, very retro bowling alley. But let's go ahead and let me turn you to voice off. There we go. All right. So, anyway, as always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget, the top link in the description down below will take you to our fourth wall page where we have all kinds of merch, like our Fallout-inspired t-shirts. We have mugs, we have water bottles, we have hats, we have all kinds of stuff. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live, make sure to ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below because YouTube isn't great about notifying you guys when I go live. That's everything from the Facebook page all the way to the permanent invite for the Discord server where I make sure to notify you guys of when we go live. For example, at 8 p.m. Central Time tomorrow, we are going to be back with more Call of the Elder Gods. And then that following midnight, we'll be back with more Powerwash Simulator 2. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!